Welcome back, everybody, to Champions League RL here on twitch.tv/Champions League RL. We've got a fun match here tonight between two teams that are right now trying to chase a top 8 spot. Both of these teams right now are sitting in the top 12 at 10 and 11 respectively, and so a win here for these teams tonight is massive for them and their playoff hopes. But both of these teams are kind of coming in with different stories here tonight. Infinity Creative are coming in off of a 3-1 win over Twisted Isolation, and Hydra are coming in off of a 3-1 loss to the side of Oralis. Predictions are live. Make sure to go bet your channel points. If you think you know how this match is going to go and you want to put your money where your mouth is, put in the predictions. Don't be shy either. I see you people who put in 10 points and 1 point and say that 1, 2, 3, that's enough for me. No. You really want to put your money where your mouth is, you put in the big bucks, the big chips. But that's for predictions. It's going to be a fun match here tonight. Obviously, the two superstars, Dairy Cow and Junior. And then, as well as, Jesus is supposed to say 264, not 252. That's a mistake on my end. But it's two teams that are kind of rocking with the same vibes of the high-low strategy, and so it'll be interesting, because for either of these teams, you gotta rely on that high rank, obviously, but it's also a big question of whose low rank really steps up here for them. And I gotta wonder what Dairy Cow and Junior's forms are gonna look like. Crew, do you have any thoughts on what they're gonna look like here tonight?
Well, last time out for Hydra, we saw them with an E-sub, which actually their E-sub is on Infinity Creative from last week. But I think we could probably see a Hydra victory. Enigma and Junior have a great chemistry. We're also expecting King Savage to play this game, which he is, and those three have some great chemistry. And Infinity Creative with their new player Jesusi, they're gonna need some work probably. They might be a bit messy, and the game will begin now.
Yeah, you definitely don't want it to be messy. Dairy Cow immediately gonna score off of the kickoff. That really did not take long. Again, predictions are up for 2 more minutes. Put your points in if you really think you know what's going on here. But Hydra come into this as a heavy favorite from the rankings committee. They are the favorite in this match here tonight, and their form, when they've gotten this roster of Junior, Enigma, and King Savage on the pitch, their form has been impeccable lately. And for the side of Infinity Creative, you're debuting Jesusi, a guy you picked up right before transaction lock, and it's also just honestly just kind of a team with question marks. I feel like this is a team that's been doubted all season long, but they still find themselves at 5-4. But it's a team that people don't really feel too confidently in. So they really want to pick up a win here tonight to prove that they belong in that conversation at the top, as well as I put them pretty close to a top 8 seed.
Yeah, I agree with that. And right now, honestly, it's looking a lot towards Infinity Creative. How does I say that? What a miss. And Infinity Creative, honestly, I feel like have the more offensive pressure, as it seems. And right now, they're on that defense. And I think Dairy Cow. Oh, what a miss from Jesusi, the E-sub, and it's Enigma to equalize it. I think it's Caster's curse right there, and it all stems from a bad 50 attempt from LMM, and then Jesusi just gets awkward on the wall, leaving Enigma, the captain, to score and equalize it with 3 minutes remaining.
This is a Hydra team who's undergone a lot of changes throughout the season, but the one player that has always remained consistent is Enigma, and he proves his worth there. This is a guy who can exert a lot of offensive pressure, and for Jesusi, just so unfortunate. He's especially going to be the guy that you got to keep your eye on, as it's not Flo playing tonight, and Zusi, he hasn't had a lot of appearances this season. He obviously did play last season on that winless Aqua team, but you really want to see him prove himself here and prove why it was wrong of teams to pass on him all season long.
I agree with that. And right now Hydra's looking a lot better. Enigma maybe with a chance, but LMM is there to cut him off. And now a little bit of a double commit from Junior and Enigma. Dairy Cow's going to be going up in the air. A great aerial to get it away towards Enigma to get the clear. Now here's Junior, maybe taking his time. Hey, Zeusy gets the challenge. Here's Dairy Cow, maybe with the shot. Good challenge from Junior, maybe to get the double tap off the wall. Misses, but LMM is there to get the clear. King Savage getting it away. Dairy should be there. Gets a touch middle, but it's a bit of an awkward touch for Jesusi, which now gets control. Maybe going for an air dribble, but Junior's there. Now LMM almost getting the miss, leaving it open, getting the pinch away, and now maybe a counter offense here. Junior with only small amounts of boost in net, maybe getting a middle now. LMM will be going out for the shot, and a good save from King Savage.
Low rank on low rank crime there, as LMM could have made a splash, but King Savage says no. And this one could be... Honestly, it's easy to say it's decided by the high ranks, but I always look at the low ranks. Your chain is only as strong as its weakest link, and you want to make sure you don't have a member of your team that is easily exploitable. So I'm really looking at King Savage and LMM to step up here, especially considering in most matchups for these teams, they are the low rank by far, but for once, it's kind of, I mean, it is even. So if you can get more value than your rating says, it would really make just a wonderful scenario for your team.
I agree. And right now, here's LMM getting a possible shot, but the two diamonds going head to head, maybe with the save, and Junior gets it away. Dairy on low boost gets the shot, and it's barely off. Now here's LMM with the follow-up, maybe leaving a middle for Zeusy Jr. with a great clear. Now two defenders on zero. LMM's going to attempt to bring it back, but Enigma's putting on the pressure. Dairy gets the full boost. Now Junior with the shot, looking for the double. Almost gets it, but barely doesn't. And now Dairy gets the full. Junior awkward, gets the 50, but LMM is the last one back with low boost. Dairy has enough time to be able to recover behind him. Now Enigma gonna cut in front of Savage, a good challenge from him. And now here's LMM getting it over Savage and getting a shot on target, and the diamond puts a shot on target, and it's 2-1 now with 40 seconds remaining.
Junior just wasn't ready for the speed on the shot. He turned off of it thinking he could bait it in, but I mean, that's the thing. You can't doubt these diamonds. And that is exactly why I think he might have doubted LMM there. And LMM strikes true. Now they just need to hold for about 30 more seconds as LMM tries to pop this one. Won't be able to. Dairy doubles it to the middle. No one there until Jesusi steps up, and he's just going to have a free goal. And that might be the nail in the coffin for game one.
A good shot from Jesusi onto the top corner, and the former Issa for Hydra strikes against them. And last time out for Hydra versus Oralis, which Hydra had him as an Issa versus Oralis. He did not have the best series, I'd say. Maybe we just came down to team chemistry. But it was a decent series, though, to say the least. But right now, he's looking a lot better with Infinity Creative. Maybe this will be his place, his home. And a great shot from Enigma. Good save from LMM.
Crimson, we can talk after $200. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, Infinity Creative take this first game, and I wouldn't call it dominant fashion, but they stepped up when they needed to. I am realizing I do not have Carl to open. I knew I was forgetting something, but the thing is that in that game, it's just a great job by Infinity Creative to bounce back when they need to. I mean, they weren't necessarily ever down a lot, but it definitely, I don't want to say looked rough, but it didn't look the strongest throughout that first game until at the very end. Like you said, the team that is able to find a good amount of offense finally finds their stride. And for Hydra, I mean, it's not a great sign of what's to come if they cannot shut this down.
I agree. Right now, Infinity Creative with 14 shots compared to the Hydra 5, showing the amount of offensive pressure that they had this series, sorry, that game. It's looking very good, 3 goals to 1, and right now it's looking very promising for Infinity Creative.
Yeah, but the thing is, they do need to hold on to this. We've seen a lot of series this season where Infinity Creative starts out strong and then kind of fizzles out. And so I really want to see them be able to hold their form here in this one.
Yeah, I agree. And right now, here's LMM getting it down to Zusi Jr. with the challenge at high boost, leaving it just to Derry with a great clear away. And now here's Derry, maybe looking for the follow-up, barely off target. Now Zusi follows it again, maybe middle. LMM will be going with Savage, beats Savage to it. And Derry with the follow once again. Here's Enigma, gonna take control, looking for the air dribble. Maybe LMM is there to challenge. And here's Zusi with the open net and misses it. What a open net miss that is, and now it's going to be a counter offense for Hydra.
Oh no, not what you want to see to start game 2, especially after a strong performance in game 1. I'll give him a little bit of credit to his name. It wasn't the easiest of shots, but that's still one you would expect a player of Jesus's caliber to hit, and Derry just gets beat on this one, and Junior finally puts his name on the scorecards.
And Junior, with a shot from far, beats Derry to it, and no one is sitting third man to get the clear or even jump for it. And it's straight in under a minute into game 2. Hydra get a goal.
Yeah, right now, and not the start you want for Infinity Creative, but there's still plenty of time left in this game, and they did prove at the end of game 1 that they can score quickly, but this one dangerously in front of the net, but LMM will be able to pinch it away, and Derry Cow will confirm this one downfield, but not a lot of boost for Infinity Creative for this offense, especially when it's popped high, and Derry Cow has to defend on low boost, and he will get it away for now. King Savage, where are you? He puts the shot on net, and 3 members go to keep it out, but it remains away. Enigma double tap denied by the big cow as he is stepping up for his team defensively.
And right now, Derry with some great defense and just holding on to the pressure that Hydra had, and now going up, beats Savage to it on target, and Derry Cow puts them equal with a great equalizer, beats Savage to the ball. A good demo from LMM, eliminating the second man, so no one could get back, and it's just an open net for Derry.
That is what you want out of your high rank. It's why you have this man on the roster. It's why he's the captain, because he knows how to lead the charge. Now this one put for a pinch, not going to be able to find it though. Derry just waiting for this, and King Savage kind of just gives it away in the midfield. Touch underneath is good, but Junior is better as he just stayed steadfast for that one. And now it's just not a good offensive position for Hydra. And this is the thing about this team. When they brought Junior in those first couple of weeks, they were so dominant offensively, but the only team dominating offensively this series is Infinity Creative.
What a shot from Zusi. Savage tries to get to Enigma. I believe was also thinking of going, but maybe it was a miscommunication. You could see Enigma turn for it, but it's just straight in. A great shot coming in from Zusi straight in. It was a great shot, well placed, good amount of power. And now Hydra are down a goal with 2 minutes remaining.
I mean, there is plenty of time, but the thing is, you're just struggling to get out of your end. Dairy Cow does crucially miss, though, so it gives an offensive opportunity over to Hydra, but LMM slowed it down enough for his team to get back, and that's not quite the touch that you want. Dairy Cow, King Savage, one-on-one, and King Savage just can't get there. Dairy Cow is putting up numbers in this series as he's leading Infinity Creative.
Yeah, 2 defenders were back. None of them got the touch to get it clear. Savage jumps, was almost able to get to it, but the ball was just slightly too well placed and high amount of power. And now they have a 2-goal lead with 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Now it's just crunch time for Hydra. They got to play faster. They got to play better offensively. Here's a good chance for Junior, which gets denied by Zeusy. Now a good clear. Savage there on low boost gets a high touch, leaving it for Zeusy. Zeusy with some time to control, gets it past 2, maybe looking for a pinch, a good 50 from Junior. Gonna control it, maybe go for an air dribble, just gonna go right onto the wall. A double commit from LMM. Now Savage with a great clear, keeping control of it on low boost. Derry gets a nice touch out. Enigma there. Now here's Zeusy. And now it's just a counter offense for Infinity as there's no one back. And Derry with the shot, and Junior is unable to get the save. 4-1 in game 2. This looks to be a 2-0 lead in the series.
I mean, surely they do not give this one away, but this Hydra team just looks so different. I mean, this is a completely different Junior than we've seen in weeks past, and it's really unfortunate for Hydra because where they've won is with the power of Junior and the offensive presence he brings. I mean, when he got picked up, he had that series with 2 goals per game, or maybe it was 3 against Oralis, and everyone was kind of put on watch for this guy. But I mean, either Infinity Creative have found the key to unlock him, or Hydra and just didn't unlock him before the series today, as this looks just completely different out of them. I mean, even Enigma has had a quiet series so far. He did have that goal in game 1, but you kind of expect more out of a player of his caliber.
I agree. Both Junior and Enigma have been very quiet. I think Savage has done well as the low sal so far. But when we're looking at Enigma and Junior, they've not stepped up like they normally do. There's a chance for Junior, but he's on low boost, so it just gets cleared by Derry. And now with 10 seconds remaining on the clock, it looks to be going 2-0. A great clear from Enigma, but Derry should be there to get the clear away off the backboard. And now, what a skim from LMM. But it looks like it will be 2-0 for Infinity Creative. What a series that we've had.
What a series if you're Infinity Creative. Not quite the series you would look to have out of Hydra. And again, this match has major playoff implications. If you're the lower down teams, you're rooting for Hydra to lose here. The thing is, if you're any team below 11th, you want Hydra to lose, preferably to make that one spot more available. But you don't want it to be a 3-0 because then it makes it harder to catch Infinity Creative. And that's where this match is a double-edged sword, where it's like one of your playoff competitors are going down. I mean, we've seen a lot of teams talking about, hey, we want to make the playoff run. And yeah, if you're any lower team, you want Hydra to lose here. But Infinity Creative, if they can complete this in a sweep or at least a 3-1, it would put their game differential in a much more manageable spot going into the 6-4 category.
I agree. And in looking at the playoff race, Hydra set at 11th. If I could be wrong, but I believe losing this sends them out of playoff as of right now.
If they lose this, I do not believe it. Well, it definitely will with how the rest of the week goes on. That's what's weird about talking about playoffs. When you say, oh, Hydra lose this, they're still in a playoff spot if nobody else below them wins this week. A single win and they'll be out. And that's where it's tough. But For Hydra, you need to bounce back here. Hey, Zusi will put this over to the sidewall, and he's just able to throw this into open space. And so it'll be a quieter moment to burn the clock. But LMM
Ooh,
looking to burn them, and Zusi's gonna punish them. And my goodness, they turned out the lights and turned them right back on, as Junior was just not ready for Zusi's positioning. Oh my god, I didn't change the scene. Thank you very much, chat. I love my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, what a goal for Zusi, getting the reading, just gets the shot, and now here's Junior, LMM, or Zusi getting the touch out, and here's Zusi, which Zusi has had a great series so far, as Enigma maybe looking for the bump on Derry. Derry does get bumped, but it just goes wide. Now Hydra need to have a good offense, maybe a goal here, but Junior's just going to send it barely wide. Now here's Zusi on an offense, gets it past 2, past 3. Now he has a chance to maybe send it middle, but Savage will be there first.
Yeah, again, sorry for the mishap. I clicked transition and it didn't transition, but Infinity Creative, speaking of transitions, have just been flawlessly transitioning between offense and defense. It's been so smooth out of them through this entire series, and it's been just so rough for Hydra because they do get these offensive moments, but as you see there, it feels like there is just never the finishing blow for them.
I agree, and Derry and Zusi have played so well this series, and this might be one of their best series. Junior looking for the double reset, and maybe a chance now. No one's challenging. LMM is there to get the touch away, and there is Derry passing it to LMM, but Junior's there to get the 50. Now here is a great pass to Savage. Savage looking to maybe get it back to Enigma. Enigma maybe getting one more towards the middle, maybe one more, but no, LMM will get the clear. Here's Enigma taking control, a good touch from LMM. Derry faking, Junior does not fall for it. And now here maybe a chance for Enigma to get a touch. Does go right to the corner. Zusi with the great clear. No one's back other than Junior now. Great clear into the corner, but on low boost. LMM beats him to it. And here's Derry. Oh, no control.
Right now, this Hydra team just cannot find a way to the net. Every time they get close, it's shut down. Maybe this is it. Junior double tap. No, it's missed. How does that not go in? Junior had a shot in prime position and just couldn't get it to go. Now Derry Cow can't get his double to go, but LMM will be able to follow it up. Hey, Zusi not going to look to burn him, as he felt like it was a bit far away, and he was definitely right about that. Ooh. But this one bounces awkwardly towards the net. Nothing should come of this, but LMM almost weight rooms Enigma, but it will be out of harm's way for now.
Yeah, and what a attempt from LMM that was. Only a 1 minute 50 remaining now. Here's Zusi almost with the shot. And here's LMM with a great 50 versus Enigma. Now here's Derry getting a middle. Enigma with the clear. Zusi with the shot. It's 2-0. A minute 40 remaining on the clock. And now Infinity Creative are looking to get the sweep.
My goodness, King Savage just looking the wrong way. He could only wave as it went by. And for Hydra, this has just been a disaster of a series. This is a team that had good playoff aspirations considering their recent performances, but it just hasn't really come to fruition how they would have liked it to. Maybe this is an opportunity, but it's Derry Cow that's back, and he'll just take the man off. No man, no shooter. Savage looking to shoot this one. Everyone's gonna miss, but Enigma puts it off the ground and away. Junior's follow-up blocked by Zusi, and no matter what Hydra do, they can't do anything right here. 1 minute to go.
1 minute to go indeed. Now they really need to play well. They need to flow. And right now, just the offense that they had just a second ago was not there. And is it possible open net for Junior off the post? And that is a spoiled opportunity. that they had to score, but they didn't. Here's Derry, maybe LMM to get the shot, and it's barely wide. Here's Derry, good save from Enigma, and now 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Now Zeusy maybe getting a middle, good clear from Junior. Derry gets the half flip to get the clear away. Enigma trying to take control and get the offense a good touch over, leaving just Zeusy back, and now here's Junior with the shot to pull one back, and it's not there.
Oh my goodness, Zeusy e-subbed for Junior last week, but it's looking like he should have been starter, as Junior just can't quite get it to the net. Unfortunately, Zeusy has been stalwart defensively, and this one should just about be over. Why not one more? That's why not. It's a double commit. But Zeusy will drain the clock, and this one is done. Infinity Creative take it in a sweep, as this is a shocker of an upset.
What a upset. I mean, I don't believe anyone had Infinity Creative winning that in the Rankings Committee. I don't believe anyone did. And instead of it being a close game like we would have expected if Infinity Creative were to get the win, it was not even close. A 3-0 sweep in each game was a considerable goal differential. And wow, I mean, if I was Infinity Creative, I would be very confident going into next week.
Something else I'll also point out about that last game, you guys can see the stats on the board. Derry didn't even have a great match in the last game, but Zeusy stepped up perfectly, and you love to see that. The teams that have that high and low rank, they really prosper when their middle rank can step up, and Zeusy did exactly that in that final game. But what a result. I believe we're going to get interviews in a second, but Crude, who is your star player of that series?
Honestly, crazy shout, but I'm gonna say LMM. I'm just gonna say, hear me out. I think LMM had an incredible series.
I gotta say is Derry, but Zeusy really also, I mean, especially for just recently being picked up, what a first game out of him. And if you're just coming in and you miss the action, Infinity Creative just stomped Hydra. And what a series it was. We will get the full team for Infinity Creative coming in for the interviews. Welcome in, boys. How you feeling?
Really freaking good, dude.
Love to hear it. First question, Zeusy.
Yo.
You haven't been able to quite find a home this season. Obviously, we know how last season went, but you come here after playing with Hydra last week, and you come here on such short notice and just come out and ball out. How does it feel to be back in the driver's seat?
It feels really, really good. Honestly, it's been a while, so it feels good to play.
Fair enough, my man. We love to hear it. Infinity Creative, what did you guys have to do to get Zeusy comfortable in the team's rotations and making sure he's set up in a position to succeed?
Yeah, I told Zeusy he can be free. Just honestly show Hydra what he can do, and we try to get some bumps, and we told each other to keep the. I told him to keep the pressure up and don't let him have space, and worked out.
Fair enough. LMM, I have a question for you. When people have been talking about the good low ranks in the league, I feel like a lot of people have overlooked you. How does it feel to just week after week be able to come out, have an impact, and kind of prove the doubters wrong?
Pretty good, I guess. Oh.
Love to hear it. I mean, definitely. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think your name was on a lot of draft boards around the start of the season, but you have really stepped into your element, and so has this entire team. I mean, obviously, last week's match was 3-1, and then this week 3-0, and now you guys are in. Honestly, not maybe the most comfortable, but a pretty comfortable spot for playoffs as you sit with waiting for it to update. A 6-4 record. You're sitting at the 9 seed right now, barring how the rest of this week turns out. But is this Infinity Creative team a sleeper, boys?
I would say yes. I would say yes. With Zusi as a recent pickup, I mean, especially in this series, I thought he played great, and I would agree. I think we're a sleeper team. But watch out for us.
Fair enough. You heard the man. Keep an eye out for Infinity Creative. Guys, thank you so much for joining me here on the desk. Congratulations on your win.
Of course.
And we will see you guys next week. Make sure to take care and have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What a series it was out of them, especially, I gotta say, out of Zusi. I mean, Zusi, if you're new here, you do not know the lore. Zusi was on that Aqua team that went winless last season, and it has been a journey for him, especially not quite being able to find a roster this season. But finally, he settles down with Infinity Creative, comes out and just puts on a performance like that. I mean, you absolutely love to see it. But looking ahead, we still have some more matches this week, don't we, Crude?
Yeah, we do. As of right now, tomorrow we're looking at, I believe, a triple header. We're looking at BDG versus Nameless, SBC versus Bloom, and LSV versus Duality.
Yeah, we will bring up the matches in a second, but something to note is tomorrow we will have two matches occurring at the same time. Please keep an eye on social posts, as BDG versus Nameless will be a run on the B stream on Uncle Zan's channel on Twitch, while Duality versus LSV will be on the mainstream. But there are so many more fun games this week that I think are going to be quite close. Unfortunately, the lag series was a forfeit, but Metal Turtles versus Thunderbolts, I think that could be a sneaky upset for Metal Turtles. I'm also interested to see if HSA can continue kind of playing playoff spoiler, SBC versus Bloom, Lotus versus Twisted. I mean, I'm just especially keeping my eye on these teams like Twisted Isolation, Phoenix, Metal Turtles, these teams kind of chasing a top 8 seed or a top 12 seed. It's going to be really important that you win matches like this.
I agree. And honestly, so far this week has been great. We've seen already a few great games, and looking ahead, we're going to have an even better week upcoming, especially with the triple header.
Yeah, definitely. But and that'll be all for now. Thank you so much for joining us here on Champions League, ladies and gentlemen. We will be raiding out. Please stick around for the raid. It helps support Champions League, spread the name of it, and helps support the Rocket League community. But thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We all hope you take care and have a great night, and we will see you all tomorrow.